Hey everyone, Chris Sumlin here, and thank you for all the positive feedback in regards to my first Q&A video. I sent out messages on social media that I wanted more questions, and I got them. So let's go ahead and do another Q&A video. If this is your first time watching a video from me, go ahead and hit the subscribe button as I will continue to create content that is enlightening, informative, and inspiring. If there's something that I say that sticks out to you, give this video a thumbs up and a like, or leave it in the comment section below so we can converse and talk about it. All right, so here's a Q&A video with me, Chris Sumlin. Any tips to writers who deal with writer's block? Writer's block is something that happens all the time, and I think one of the best ways to fight writer's block is to feel. So to anybody who's interested in writing a book or a blog or anything, try to really feel deep, feel your characters, feel your own writing, feel your ideas and your passions, and let that passion fuel the writing. And I think that's a really good way to fight against writer's block, is to really have strong feelings. How do you stay grounded coming from Morehouse and HBCU to going to Boston, a PWI? Oprah has a definition for ego that I think is important. Oprah defines ego as any self-identification with form. That is the same thing as saying I identify with what school I go to, or I identify what kind of car I have, or how pretty my girlfriend is, or how much money I have, or what kind of job I have. All of those are form. And I think it's so important that we try to focus on things that are really in our control that can't be taken away from us. Morehouse could pass away, BU could pass away, my work could pass away, but who I am at my core will always reign. And so I do my best to really identify with by how I treat people, how I remember your name if you tell me, how if you tell me a small detail about your family, how I'll try to remember that so I remember it next time we talk, and try to treat myself and others in the best way possible. And that's what I'm grounded and rooted in, that idea. My mother always taught us to never, no matter who your parents are, what you do, always be rooted in who you are and how you treat others. And I think that when you stay grounded in that, you have a lot of agency and mobility because you're rooted in something that is bigger than a school or form or ego. How do you deal with insecurities? Insecurities are something that we all have. The best looking, most talented people all have insecure moments. I have a lot of insecure moments, but I'm only given this. Like, all I can be is like Christopher Michael Sumlin. That's all I get. When I was growing up, we used to watch Big Mama's House a lot with my dad. And there's a moment in the film where Big Mama says, "Not in Big Mama's house," when there was a lot of chaos going on. And that's something that I tell myself all the time in my head. Positive thinking and negative thinking are not dichotomous, that it's a spectrum, that there's moments where you can be more positive and more negative. And when you find yourself kind of sliding on the lines of being negative or thinking bad about yourself, or that voice that is telling you negative things that aren't true about who you are as a person start coming in, you have to say, "Not in Big Mama's house, not today, I'm not thinking that, I'm not giving that power," and move back into the space of positive thinking. So when there's moments where I say, who am I to write a book, who am I to create videos, or I'm not that cute, or I'm not that smart, or I'm not worthy of this opportunity, I'm not enough, it's like, no, I'm Chris Sumlin. Like, I'm the one, I'm me. I can do this. God made a good person when he made me. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. And I think thinking in that kind of space has allowed me to have a lot more strength and confidence to do things and not listen to my insecurities. What advice do you have to someone trying to network with a new colleague? Networking is one of the most important aspects to anyone's career, whether you're in high school, college, entry-level position, a president of a company. Everybody networks, and relationships are so important. Whenever you're looking to establish a new relationship with anybody that you don't know, it's important that your interaction is rooted into two things. Number one, my favorite word, synergy. What can you bring to that person that you're trying to network with that will make both of you all better? And second, my favorite principle, authenticity. Whenever your interactions are rooted in synergy and authenticity, your interactions are more meaningful, they're more beneficial, and they have more truth and weight in them because they're real. So always look to be authentic and try to add to people when you're looking to network with them. How do you like living in Boston compared to Atlanta? Boston is amazing. I really like the city here. The people here are thriving. It's a lot of students. People are really friendly, and I'm having a good time. One thing that I think in Atlanta that I haven't seen since being in Boston is a lot of homeless and disenfranchised people. And I've been really reflecting on that in like a sociological lens and really understanding like how come in Atlanta we're building the Mercedes-Benz Stadium when the Georgia Dome was just fine, but we have like a really crazy homelessness crisis in the city. And I just think that when everybody's posting these new mayors and these new politicians that are supposed to save the day, we have to really hold these people accountable and can't be seduced by the symbolism just because you went to an HBCU or because you're black that you're really gonna be inclusive and really fight for the people, because that's what it's about, is the people and the citizens. And when we're building stuff like the Mercedes-Benz Stadium and not servicing those same disenfranchised people that live around that community, what are we doing? What are we all here for? And I just hope that Atlanta can do a really better job of making sure that their local politics are inclusive to make sure that everyone is thriving and doing well. How do you stay motivated when you want to give up? Discouragement is something, it's ubiquitous, it's always around me, just like insecurities. But I think that, again, you have to really make up in your mind what you want to do and who you want to be in the world, and let every action, thought, word move you in the direction of that person, like your grandest best self. When we were younger, we didn't really have a lot of money when I was a lot younger. And I remember we used to like use every single drop of soap, every single drop of toothpaste. There were times when we would cut the toothpaste open in half and scrape out the toothpaste to make sure we got enough. Or when you run out of Dawn dish soap, when you would put that little bit of water in there and shake it up so you could do the dishes. I applied those same principles of scarcity and using everything that you have into my life. This body, this life that I've been blessed with, this experience that I have, I want to use all of it. I don't want to throw a little bit of it away. Every day I wake up, I'm like, how can I express myself in the fullest, best way possible that really maximizes my day and my life? And I think when you realize that you don't have a lot of time and that it's entitled to think that you're gonna wake up every single day and have all these years, and when you understand that your life is not your own and you should be trying to figure out what you can do to service others, that is motivation. So I would really just inspire anybody that when you think about giving up, just understand that you don't have a lot of time. Like, you're blessed with a certain assignment from God to really do good work in the world. And that is what keeps me going. That is what I inspire other people to think about, is what are we here to do? Who are we meant to be? And how can each moment, each day move us in the direction of being those people? All right, that's it. That was another Q&A video. I will continue to do these. Message me, text me, call me, Facebook me, whatever it is, a question that you all want me to answer. My intention with all of my work is to exploit my life in this highest capacity with the intention of inspiring others. If there's ever anything that I've done or thinking about, I want to share it and give it to people and hope that it can inspire you all. So again, if you really enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it to a friend if there's something that stuck out to you. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, the Christopher Sumlin YouTube channel. We'll see you next time. Thanks.